Hello everybody, welcome to Random Gaming Gamer Randy, and today we're going to be playing some Satisfactory. Now, excuse that, I was just messing around with the options to kind of make sure the quality is good but not too laggy and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be playing Satisfactory 4.0, 4.1 essentially. We're going to be playing with a bunch of mods, and I downloaded mods that were just more decorative or extra content. We didn't download any cheating mods because that would make the game unfun for me and probably for you to watch. So we're going to be playing more on more mods. So there's still a bunch of mods that we haven't officially added yet, and will be added in the future once those have been updated to the 4.1 version. Now, once those mods have been updated to the newest version, we will download them and add them to the mod list. So throughout the gameplay of these videos, you're going to be seeing new mods pop up and a few things there and then. So we're going to go ahead and create a new world. So we're going to create the first one because I've played Satisfactory quite a few times, but maybe not too many times, but still a few times. We'll skip the intro because everyone knows how to do the intro. Everyone's probably seen the intro multiple times, and people probably want us to get started right into the game. So we're going to go ahead and get started into that. We're going to go ahead and put this as Random Gaming Mods Solo, and we're going to go ahead and start game. So while the game is loading here, I've made YouTube videos before. Last channel was 4-player gaming, but that was mostly for a group of 4 people. But now that I'm part of a bigger group, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we load into the world here, which is pretty cool, pretty good. We spawned way up here, so let's go ahead and start off with our first thing, which means is our hub, right? So let's go ahead and build our hub here. I built a count of 5, but I'm not too worried about that. There we go. So we got a nice, pretty nice hub here. We got everything to start with. So we can go ahead and get started here. Okay, so if we go to the menu, you can see that we've got a few things from the mods already from the starter part, right? So that's what all of these come from. And then we got a bunch of different things that we can go ahead and mess around with when those times come. This mod, we downloaded it just for fun, but we're not actually going to use these ones just because it's more of just if I want to make a design kind of thing. Then we got ourselves our ghost factory, so we can pre-make factories before we actually put them down, so we can kind of test it out to see how we want to have our layout set out. We got our foundations, which start off with grid ruler, obviously. We got a bunch of letters, so we can go ahead and make a bunch of letters here. We will make the name of the YouTube channel at some point. We got our organization. We got our small storage container, which is a mod I added just because this seems pretty fun to have just for the heck of it. And then there's the T-way. That's just, it's still in the parts right there don't have the corners, so it's nice and flat when you connect it to other floors. We got conveyors. Conveyor wall hole will allow us to put a conveyor anywhere on the wall. So we don't have to use the pre-built walls with the holes already there. We get some underground belts, so we can build some underground stuff, which would be pretty fun to get into. So that's going to be pretty fun. So let's go ahead and get started with our game. Okay, so the first thing obviously is iron ore. One of the things we're actually going to need. I'm actually going to go to the hub for a second because I know there were a few free things that we can get right off the bat. Now it looks like we have to do the hub thing anyway if we do skip the milestone, but that would be pretty fun to mess around with, so I'm not too worried about that. So we'll go ahead and do a couple things with that. And then we got our tier 1 and tier 2 stuff, right? That we can already get into. So if we want to start getting some of these early, we can actually do that now. Now I know from before that there were maybe a few things here and there that you can actually get for free. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can find those things that were for free and just get those unlocked now because there's really no point of waiting for it. So as you can see, select milestone. We can already do it right there. So it's free. Might as well do it, right? Now there's a bunch of other ones that are free as well, like the paintable one. So I'm just going to go ahead and unlock a bunch of these quickly now, so then we don't have to do that later. We'll actually do all these milestones here. So I don't know which hub does it, but we eventually look into it. So it looks like we gotta wait 10 minutes. Okay, so what can we do for now while we're waiting for anything? So we can craft a craft bench. Like we don't have the workstation or any of that stuff yet, so let's go ahead and wait for that. Okay, so now we got some miners. Let's go find some iron ore. Oh, don't want to fight you yet, buddy. I am not ready to fight you. No, leave me alone. Don't want to fight yet. I don't want to fight. Okay, so we're gonna chill up here for a minute. so we can go ahead and get our inventory open here and put our thing in our hand so we can actually fight. So we got an extra hand slot. The reason for that is because there's actually a mod that just gives you straight up hands, and that's so that we can like have empty hands, because I hate holding items sometimes, or sometimes holding like things in my hand here, like for example the chainsaw. That's kind of an annoying thing I kind of hate having on there. So that's definitely one of the things we're gonna be reviewing here. So it looks like this guy can't really get up here, so let's go ahead and kill him now. Oh, there we go. Nice. Oh, look, a birdie. Look how cute the birdie is. Oh, it's a bird, green bird. Okay. Now that we have fought that thing, I don't know if there's another one here, maybe somewhere. And water right here. Oh, perfect. That is perfect, because that means we'll have water right near us. We'll probably look around for like maybe a spot that has more ore deposits. So we'll definitely go to that once we find enough. But once we can scan for the other ones, we'll eventually get into that. So we got one over there, which is 300. 232, which another one's pretty close to that one, so that seems like the best direction to go. So let's go ahead and get going without getting killed by any of these monsters, or aliens as they would call it. So it looks like we got a bit of a drop to go down, which I don't think is too bad. Oh, there's limestone right there, so that's also another good thing to have. So we'll go ahead and start mining that stuff. Now we're just going to mine this part of the rock. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Actually, no, I have a miner, so what am I talking about? So we'll go ahead and set one down, and what? Well, getting attacked by a monster. Now let's go ahead. No, get back here. You do not hurt me. No, you're not allowed to attack me. Yeah, revenge, buddy. Oh, sometimes that jump scares me when they do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our next one here. Let's just gonna go ahead and drop. Are you gonna let me drop it, or are you gonna be stubborn about it? Oh, apparently it doesn't want me to use it or something. Okay, well, let's go to the iron ore then. Maybe you'll work for me. Wow, there seems to be a lot of monsters pretty early here. Yeah, that's what I thought, boy. You can't get me. I'm too fast for you. Okay, so let's get some iron here. Now will this let me put the machine down here? Oh yeah, we will. Okay, thank you. For some reason the machine did not want to go down here on the limestone. And there's another one. Well, let's go back to the limestone and see if we can try to get another one going. Because these two, we got two on that one. We can get two on here. No, that's iron. Is it iron? Yes, that's iron. So I'm not worried about copper at the moment. We'll go to copper once we have enough. So let's see if we can try to get our second machine here. Oh, okay, there we go. I guess I was just being stubborn about it. Okay, so I guess the most efficient way to get back up would be right here, right? No, it would not actually. Even if I crouch jump, I'm not. Oh, wait, I might. Sometimes I can crouch jump, sometimes I can't. I'm not used to keyboard. Oh, there we go. Crouch jump success. Now the question is, can I crouch jump up here? And nope, the game doesn't seem to think so. So I guess I will be going around then. If we're gonna have to be down here, we might as well actually get. We know what we might actually do instead here is, so we don't have to keep running up here. We're gonna go ahead and actually destroy the hub and bring it down with us. There we go. Now, so we don't have to keep going back up here, and just because these spots down here are already down here anyway. Ooh, there's 3 deposits here. Iron deposits, nice. Since most of our ores are gonna be down here anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do that here. Go ahead and place our hub. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and start getting some of these. Whoops, I didn't mean to put it down. I meant to grab it. So we'll go ahead and grab all of that stuff. Let's go ahead and grab the limestone, because we want to keep getting limestone while we're waiting until we can eventually be able to have access to it. Grab all. Grab all. There we go. Okay, so since our hub thing is still waiting, 5 minutes left to go still. I guess that's a long time for plants. So we'll go ahead and wait for that. But while we're doing that, we can mess around with a few things. We can kind of run around a bit to figure out what we can go for. Now, if we want to start making stuff, we can actually do that now, right? Because we have some concrete by default, so I think it gives us like the starter materials, but it makes us redo the hub parts over again. So I guess we'll have to do that again. But I'm not too worried about the hub parts right away, so we're not going to use any super advanced materials until we have a bunch. So we're going to go ahead and start mining these other 2 deposits here. Oh, seeing into the world. There we go. But yeah, that's pretty cool that we have in our iron deposit right here. Now I think I've played on this world at least once, and that was like when I first started playing Satisfactory, so I didn't get too far into anything. Right, so I got to like the most basic stuff. I didn't really get too much into that, so hopefully we'll get into that in this. That just won't be too bad. Everything seems to be smooth while having this out. Sometimes it lags without having this out, but this seems to be smooth, so I'm not too worried about that. So our graphics is actually pretty good for the quality right now. Which I don't know how you guys feel about the quality, but to me it looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully this quality sticks. Okay, so our hub is still inactive. Let's go to our craft menu and start getting some iron, because that's the only thing we can really do at the moment until we get our constructor, which will allow us to make concrete. So we have limestone with us for now. Until that happens, we got iron, so we'll get some iron started. We're waiting for the hub to finish in 3 minutes. So I'm going to be doing a couple of Satisfactory gameplays, and that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to do the solo mod series, which is what we started. We're going to be having a multiplayer series once the rest of the mods, like mods that we've selected before, have finally finished updating. Once that has finally finished updating, we'll be swapping into that, so that'll be pretty fun. With quite a few people. There'll be a lot of times where I'll be hosting it for myself, because I'll be playing it on it mostly compared to the other players. They'll be on it here and then. I guess it depends on what their schedules are when it comes to recording videos. Mine's pretty much open, and I'm going to be focusing mostly on one series at a time, so then we can kind of make a nice smooth transition from game to game without feeling like we're rushing into another one without taking the time, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. If you guys have any other games that you would like to see, I can actually show you guys the list of games I have. I don't get a lot of money, so I can't just buy a bunch of games, unfortunately. If it's some games that's like some other player, like some of the other people are playing, then I'm pretty sure I can try to get them. So I will be able to maybe show you guys my list of games that I have, or at least give you a list of the games I have, so you can kind of see what games we can get into. Games I can list off the top of my head is Satisfactory. We can play some Roblox, as I'm a big fan of Roblox. I like making things on there. Sometimes I play games on there. Sometimes they get repetitive, so I don't play it as much. Then there's also Borderlands. We could play Handsome Collection. We can play Borderlands 2. We can play some Fortnite. I've played Fortnite since Season 4, but I kind of stopped playing it for a while because it kind of got boring by myself. I really like to play with squads and actual people. I don't think any of the other players will be playing Fortnite from what I understand, because they're not much of first-person shooters. Of like Fortnite type, at least, because I know one of them plays Fallout, but that's not the same as Fortnite, right? So I don't know Fortnite. Fortnite would be a depend, like if we want to do random solos with other players, or not solos because I'm not good at solo, but squads. If we want to play squads of other people, so like I would do like a community squads or whatever, where we can play with you guys. So there's also, what else can I think of? There's a lot of Steam games. Like I have Gmod. I also have Gmod would definitely be one I want to get into, because we can do prop hunt. We can do Trouble in Terrorist Town, which is pretty fun. So all those things are things I want to get into, right? And then there's Among Us. We could definitely play Among Us. I think the other players will definitely be getting into Among Us. I've played Among Us since it first came out, so I've been playing for a long time. I never recorded videos until I actually got a good computer to record those videos, and that's what we're recording now is good quality, because my last computer was garbage. But this one is so much better. Like you can see the quality looks nice, and I'm pretty relatively happy with that quality. So we'll definitely be getting into that event and be able to play super high demanding games without worrying about true quality difference. Now most of the graphic on some of the settings are set to ultra, some of them are set to medium. It all depends on how this thing works. Because when I played on ultra quality settings, everything ran fine. It wasn't until this started happening where everything on here would start causing it to lag, whatever. The same would be for when too many things are clumped together. That was also an issue. But I'm not too worried about those right now. But yeah, those were things I ran into. So we'll try to spread everything out. Some of the things are loaded anyway, so I shouldn't have to worry too much about that. But if we do run into that situation, we'll go ahead and make sure we lower quality a bit. Because I want it to be high quality for you guys. I don't want to remove any quality from it, because then, in my opinion, it kind of ruins like the experience of having a low quality game. So for you guys, I'll make sure that the game stays high quality and all that kind of stuff, so we're not running into a bunch of issues or so on and so forth, right? So we'll go ahead and get all this started. Okay, so all of our hubs are still going upgrades. So they gave us a bunch of like materials to start with. So maybe there's like an issue with the mod where even if you do skip it, it makes you do the hub part upgrades again. So maybe that's what this is. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this milestone started. Looks like we're gonna have to make some materials ourselves, so I'm not too worried about that. It wants me to make wire, but the issue is I don't know if I have. Oh, we have 28, but that's not enough, right? It wants me to make more. But we can go ahead. Do we have copper now? Yeah, we have copper now. Okay, good. That's something we'll definitely have to go for. Where's the closest one? Ooh, not too bad. 206. That's pretty close. Some other ones are probably like offline, off-distant ones that we can just make like a long conveyor belt for maybe. I guess that really depends on how we make everything. Okay. So now that our hub upgrades, let's go ahead and start making some bars, because we actually can make quite a bit of bars already. So how many do we need? We need 75, so we need 65 more. So let's go ahead and do that. 65, 65. It'll tell me when there's 75 total on the one, I'm counting it. Okay, so I'll make a couple extra because I know the next one might need pipes, or I might need plates. I still have these amount of plates, so we'll definitely have to do that. Now, wire requires me to get copper, so we're definitely going to have to do that here. I can probably make, we can make conveyors now. That's nice. So we can probably go ahead and make our workshop, which is exactly what we need here, so we can start making more mining systems. There we go. See, so you can see the empty hands here. We're actually going to make that so we can actually have empty hands. So don't worry, I'm not going to use that extra inventory slot. We just used it at the beginning because we didn't have access to the workshop yet. But now that we have access to the workshop, we're going to go ahead and place that in our hand slot there. So there we go. So now we got nothing in our hands, and that's what we're going to use it. So then we don't have to worry about stuff being in my hand the whole time while playing. So we can go ahead and switch between those. The second slot will always be used for hands. It won't be used for anything else until we get more slots. Okay, so while we're here, we can go ahead and actually get a portable miner. So what we're first going to do is we're actually going to create an iron production. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to make a few of these, even though I already have some here. But that's just so we can have extra ones ready for us. So we might have to move the hub back a bit as well. So we'll definitely have to do that here. But for now, we'll stick with what we have here. I'm sorry, I keep pushing escape to exit the menu. I keep hitting menu exit as soon as I do it. Okay, so we got our construction, we got our smelter. Okay, so we don't have our miner yet, so I guess we're going to have to stick with those first. I thought the miner would be available. Maybe that's what we're doing next. Okay, so our copper was... Whoops, I did iron. Oh, no, I did do copper. Okay. So our copper closest deposit is actually up here. I might be on top of the rock. If it is, that's going to be a pain to climb up, but it might not be. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Nope, it's on top of the rock, so we don't have to climb up top of the rock for that. We're up there, so we'll definitely have to do that. Let's go ahead. Nope, nope, nope. Don't attack me. I don't want to fight. You know what? Okay, fine. If you're gonna bully me, then I'll fight. Yeah, okay. Don't mess with me, son. Got a little taser. A taser laser. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that again, but I'm pretty sure it's close up here. Yeah, it's literally up here. Whoops, I did not mean to do that again. There we go. Now it looks like there's one of these guys, so let's go ahead and get rid of them. Okay, is there another one here? Yeah, usually they're in groups of two, so I'm kind of surprised that this one's not with the other one. Thank goodness that isn't it, because I don't have to sit there and fight 2 of them. Because it's a pain to fight 2 of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get one of our miners up and going here. There we go. Since we're not on the miner yet, we'll go ahead and sit here and mine. It's normal, so we get 2 each hit. Yeah, okay, we get 2. So it's getting some copper while the machine digs some as well. Now we probably have way more than we actually need for copper. While we're up here, we're gonna go to logistics, and we can start conveyors if we want. So that's definitely a thing. Okay. So all sorts of things we can do here. We're not going to mess with that yet. What I will do here, so I don't have to come back up here, I'll probably have to come back up here anyway, is we'll go ahead and make the first thing here, so then we can have that ready for us when we come back and do the copper here. Okay. So let's go back to our hub and finish our hub upgrade 5. Poison smoke, there's the slime and slug up there, which would be good for later. Keeping an eye on where the slugs all are is a good idea. We also have a mod that allows us to purchase power cores, so I'm not too worried about where all the slugs are, because there's a lot of slugs and it would take forever for us to find every single one of them in this map. So you can already see 2 right off the bat. 3 actually, 1 in the distance over there, 1 in the distance over here once you look at a certain perspective. Okay. Now let's go ahead and make some copper ingots so we can make some wire. Now one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this other so we don't have to see that, because we don't need to have that open at the moment. Okay, so one of the things I forgot to do was put this back in my hand. There we go. Now we can make some copper. Now we have space for it. I could have just made wire out of that, right? And that would have been enough. No, because that would have given me 14. Yeah, so I wouldn't have had enough. I would have had like 4 less than what I needed. Okay, so let's make this a digit number, or an even number. And let's go ahead and turn that all into wire. Just because I'm too lazy to empty my inventory space. We'll empty that at some point once I feel like I need to empty it. Once we get to that point. So definitely take a look at that so far. Now, a pretty long video, so we'll go ahead and finish all the hub upgrades and then we'll end the video there. So we can go ahead and continue on with whatever's next. Start with the next video and so on and so forth. I want to make sure these aren't too long, but make sure they're not too short for you guys. Too long makes you guys bored eventually. Short enough makes it pretty fun. So we'll definitely take a look into that. Definitely we'll keep an eye on that so we don't go too far. So once we finish these hub upgrades, we'll definitely end the video there. Okay, so we got number five done. Let's do this one, which actually will take us quite a bit of time. Now I can't remember if I think there was 8 hub upgrades, right? Or is this the last one? I can't remember. But we'll definitely get started on to that, because I think we can do that one. We definitely need to have a constructor out for that, but we'll definitely get into that. Okay, so we need 100. So we only need 84, and it would be good for that. I keep forgetting that it tells us the total of how much we have, so I don't have to worry about keeping track of that. While waiting for that, Now, if there were a few things you guys want to see, like difference, or if you guys want to see me do in this video, you can go ahead and put in the link and put it in the description. Not description, sorry. The comments. Tell me what you guys want to see me do. I'll definitely do those kind of things. I probably should have not used all that. Oh well. But yeah, we'll definitely do whatever you guys feel like you guys want me to get into. We'll definitely get into that for you guys. Okay, so our next step is pressure iron plates. So let's go ahead and start making these here. So every 3 is an iron plate, right? Yeah, so every 3 is an iron plate. So in this instance, since we need 100, we need almost 300. Not exactly 300, but almost. So we'd be smelting quite a bit for a while here. Since we're going to take too long on that, let's actually get started on some power and make a productor here. So, okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to go to production. Let's get a constructor out. Let's put it anywhere because we're just using it to craft some materials while we're waiting. So I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so you're going to make some iron plates for me because that's definitely going to take quite a while. We definitely need to make a smelter. I should probably make a smelter for that too. Okay, so we got this. Oh wow, they added some nice settings. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our first power, which we do have our lens. Okay, cool. What is it on the back of here? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Now, while we're all doing this, let's actually start making everything and making our base of our stuff. We need plates and limestone, which I could do pretty easily. Okay, so we got power to our production thing here. We just gotta put the power inside it. And leaves doesn't seem to last as long, so I kind of wonder will it last long enough. Once we get the MAM and we can upgrade that MAM and research the alien carcasses, we can actually turn that into materials. Okay, let's do this so we can make that miner for us. Okay, so we have 10, and it wanted me to make plates as well, so we'll definitely do that. So while I'm turning this into iron, the constructor should be making some plates for us. Once it makes enough plates, well, once it gets to some plates to get the miner thing built, we got the furnace built and have everything already. So don't worry, in the next video we'll definitely be moving everything around just to make it more organized, because I want to try to make like an actual factory. We have to raise it up in the air a bit to avoid terrain. We can also still not avoid terrain if you want, and well, if I want, and I can like build it on terrain, but like put like a block every single time we hit like a hill and stuff, and then make like a wall kind of some kind of sort. Is this not making iron plates for us? Why is it not making iron plates for us? Oh, because it did. Sorry about that, I was not paying attention to what I was looking at. Okay, so now let's get our miner here, now that we have the right stuff for it. Let's kind of turn it a bit, so when we put our smelter down, we can kind of angle it up with this here. We got our smelter now. We're missing copper wire, so let's go ahead and do that quickly. That shouldn't be too hard to get. Now, I can't remember exactly how much copper wire is, so we're going to go ahead and make quite a bit, because I don't know how much I wanted again until I forget. So I've kind of gotten used to like some items that I've crafted quite a bit of. I've kind of gotten used to how many each material needs of a certain material to make it. So for example, you need 3 limestone to make concrete. You need 3 iron ingots to make iron plates. Okay, there's no power, so we'll definitely have to put that up there in a second. Okay. So we got some plates going. Okay, so let's get our smelter here. Now we have our materials. Let's try to align it with this here. Make sure, whoops, there we go. Go ahead and get our conveyor going into here. Get that started. Yeah, perfect, right material. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with, now you can see a bunch of different parts that we already have based on ads, like we got aluminum, steel, all that kind of stuff, right? We can already make most of the standard parts. That's pretty cool. Okay, so back what I was doing. Iron ingots. So we're gonna have to create a force of power. We can't do the MAM yet, can we? No, we can't do the MAM yet. We have a space market ad on mod 2 as well. Let's go ahead and feed some kind of power into it. I wonder how much power that would actually fuel, because it's saying I can insert this as fuel. Quite a while actually, that's pretty good. Okay, so we'll definitely use that for now then. While we're at it, let's try to connect. Let's actually make a Y. Now I don't know why I didn't do that yet for the first thing. Actually, while we're at it, might as well do it. Looks like I can actually delete. I can actually delete that maybe, or is it just saying delete the wire? No, apparently I can delete that if I wanted, which is weird. It's a weird thing to really have going for us here, but I'm not too worried about that. And there we go. Now we got those going. This should help with our production of our plates here. We'll definitely start crafting some once we have enough stuff going. Okay, so our machine here will be mining here in a second, which is now mining, so that's good. Let's go ahead and throw all this stuff in there, just because you already have a lot of it, and I kind of want to get most of it started by now. Running a bit behind on the video, I apologize. So we're going to go ahead and try to make this as fast as possible. So first thing is first, make some iron ingots. While we're doing that, the other one's making iron ingots for us too as well. So that will take its peaceful time. So yeah, it's not, like the beginning is always the longest part. Once you get everything going, that's when it starts to speed up a bit. So I apologize for the first video being long. I will probably try to cut it down maybe a bit. Try to figure out like what parts need to be cut down, what parts don't need to be cut down. Most of the video probably shouldn't be cut down. It should be fine the way it is. A long video seems a bit, but at the same time, the best you're gonna get at the moment, at least from my perspective. At least for me, right? It kind of feels boring at first, but you know, how am I supposed to show you guys things if I'm bored by it, right? So we'll definitely get into more interesting things once those time comes. Okay, I forgot that it needs. How did I give it? Huh, I thought I gave it more, guess not. Okay, well that's going. Gosh, I keep forgetting how slow the beginning of this is. I wonder how much this has smelted already. Not enough. So we're gonna grab some, we're just gonna sit here and grab some because we can just go ahead and craft it quickly. The machine just does have some anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. It has some already? Yes, it does, okay. Go ahead and make that then. Oh, I still need to make more concrete as well. Let's go ahead and make more concrete to get that out of the way, because that will be pretty quick to do there. We only need 25 essentially. Well, actually 23, but that's fine. Yeah, see, now we're left with 1, so that's done. Now we're only needing plates and copper wire, so we'll go ahead and get the copper wire started. I didn't put a single bit of copper wire in there, did I? So I probably should have been doing this the whole time instead of running around. Oh well, not much you can do about it now. Oh well, not too worried about it, but that's fun. Make sure to drink lots of water. Stay hydrated when it comes to long things like this while holding down the mouse button for a long period of time, which is basically what I was doing there. I'm gonna get a drink of water quickly. Okay, so we got 62 wire we can make, but that's still not enough to how much we actually need yet. So I guess we'll sit here and keep crafting on until then. So we need 100 essentially. We don't really need 100 because we have some already, but it's always good to have a little extra. Now this shouldn't take as long. Yeah, because it's literally a 1 second, basically 1 second click. So basically it would take 50 seconds actually to be exact. Turn on the rest of the wire. There we go. We got copper wire done. Now let's see how much our plates are coming in. No power again, which isn't all that surprising. We would have to run around the map for power, but that would take too long, so we're better off of just making the rest of the plates. Let's put what we have in. We got a decent amount in. We only need 27. That's not too bad. So let's go ahead and make enough iron ingots here. Try to get that going. So I need 26. No, I was looking at bars, not at plates, which is actually good for an even number. So we get 2 iron plates with 3, so that's not too bad. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. iron plates. Finish making that. Now, I can't remember if there was 2 more hub upgrades, but if there's 2 more, we'll cut down the video now, and then work on the hub and continue the hub for the next couple parts. I apologize for the long video. Gotta make videos sometimes. So it looks like we did do all the hub upgrades. Okay, so it looks like we're done with the hub upgrades. Next thing is a bunch of other stuff, which isn't too bad. We got a bunch of this that we can continue doing. We'll actually get those in the next video. So hope you guys liked the video, and have a good day, and we'll be back with part 2.